Good day today. Let's have your take on it. You really went all out in practice today. Are you testing new components? You scraped the walls a few times. Were you struggling for grip? Great. Well, that's everything.
Information time. We've lost oil pressure. Looks like a leak somewhere in the system. We're on standby for the time being until we can patch it up. There's a few cars out on track. Perhaps we should get out there before it gets busy. We'll be seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain. The car settings screen on your multifunction display will allow you to change various settings as you drive. Open the display with the MFD button. You can then navigate up and down to the setting you want to change. Fantastic. That was the fastest lap. Our best lap so far is a 1:41.1.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top three. The owner driver.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal. And it's make or break here at Albert Park, home of the Australian Grand Prix since 1996. And home to round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. We're a stone's throw from the enormous Port Phillip Bay for today's race at the 3.3-mile Albert Park circuit. It's a bumpy racing surface here, and the 16 corners could prove especially difficult in the wet conditions. Watch out for a safety car at some point during the Grand Prix. Can Mercedes start with victory in their bid to win a 7th consecutive Constructors' title? Could Ferrari or Red Bull establish an advantage early on? And with 22 cars on the grid, how quickly can the new team find their footing? Well, it's great to be back, Anthony Davidson. We've got a lot to talk about this year.
That's right, Crofty. It felt like a long winter, but it's good to finally be back. I have to think the usual suspects will battle it out at the front, but there are always going to be some teething problems early on in the season, so whoever can keep on top of their issues will have the advantage today.
As I mentioned earlier, we're up to 11 teams this season, with a new entry run by, well, of all things, an owner-driver. That's something we haven't seen in this sport since Hector Raback over 4 decades ago. So how are they looking so far?
It's hard to imagine how a small operation like that could survive in the ruthless world of Formula One, and yet here they are, first ever race looking surprisingly strong. But there are no points for qualifying. Let's see how they fare in the Grand Prix proper.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. It's the owner-driver in pole position then, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Verstappen, Charles Leclerc and Albon, Norris, Vettel, Sainz and Lance Stroll, Perez, Gasly, Esteban Ocon and Raikkonen, Magnussen, Kvyat, Daniel Ricciardo and Roman Grosjean, Schumacher, Giovinazzi, Russell and Nicholas Latifi. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
First race of the season and you're on pole? Let's bring home a win today. That's what we like to see at the start. Well done. DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. You're increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep this up. You've got a lot of spare energy. Use your overtake button. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. This is your final lap of the race. Nice work, that's P1. Race win. Well done.
Another superb Australian Grand Prix comes to an end, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race. Let's have a look then at the drivers' standings. After today's impressive result, we have a new points leader. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
It's got to be Valtteri Bottas.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours. You took the top points today. Was it a comfortable win? You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled. How do you feel the weather affected the outcome today? Appreciate your time.